Are we live?
Yes, we are live.
Well, it says live to 117. Here we are. I wasn't sure what's going on over here. Well, you see, and I'm stuck to myself here. This is Horror Lens, brought to you by Forever Entertainment, and I'm Brandy. This is...
I'm Lancey, Obscure Movie Guy.
And tonight, we are walking through the foggy streets looking for nothing other than the werewolves.
I was going to say you dressed the part.
Well,
Little splash of Red Riding Hood turning into a werewolf.
He got me, and he got me really good. And I'm on my way there. I'm just fighting every bit of it.
Very cool.
So, anybody here have a favorite werewolf movie that you can think of, or an actual werewolf that you can think of off the top of your head before we start the show?
I don't know that I have a favorite werewolf movie, but I did recently watch The Beast Comes at Midnight from Mike and Ed McKeever with Joe Castro. He did special effects, and he was the Wolfman, and it's also got my buddy Dylan in it as one of the actors. So that was a pretty fun movie. It's a little bit more family friendly than most horror films, so that was kind of cool. So The Beast Comes at Midnight. You can check it out on Tubi.
I was just actually going to ask you where that was. And actually, you can put the link in the comments later, too, so everybody can find it where we can watch it. And maybe that could be one of the topics when I contact Joe here.
Yeah.
So my favorite werewolf, I don't know, you guys. Do you guys know? I'm from Canada. So we had a TV show back in the 70s called The Hilarious House of Frankenstein.
Okay.
There was a DJ who was your typical 70s DJ werewolf named Werewolf Jack.
Yep.
Now, I don't know. Nobody can beat that dude. He's just too much. I love Werewolf Jack. And he comes to mind all the time when I think of werewolves.
Werewolf
Then there's
Jack.
the other end. Then we have the other end. Remember the old teenager show? I think it was in the 90s. Twilight.
Oh, don't even get me started.
So, yeah, there you go. So there's the one end and the other end. Our guest tonight isn't on any of those ends, and it's actually a surprise that how he wrote the book.
This is going to be exciting. This is going to be. It's not even a movie, not yet. Possibly in the future, but it is a book. I've been reading a lot of good reviews about it, so interested to hear what he's got to say about how this thing came to be.
All right, I'm going to try to say his name. His name is Luciano Di Giallonardo. Oh no, Di Giallonardo. The Giallonardo. The Giallonardo, right?
Di Giallonardo. It's okay.
Giallonardo.
Hi, how are you? Thank you for having me on the show tonight.
Absolutely. Good to have you.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
We're happy to have you.
Thank you.
So, can you tell us what that poster is behind you?
Yes.
It's very loud and clear.
Yes, my friend here, he is this is the second printing of the special edition of Howling in Brooklyn. And it's has a special dedication page to all the podcasters whose shows I was on, actors, special people in my life, my family, my friends. And this special edition is right now available on barnesandnoble.com. Not on Amazon yet, but it'll get there. And also on my website, lucianonyc.com. And if anybody orders a book from my website, I'll give you a free autograph.
Ooh, I like that.
And Forever Entertainment's actually linked your Barnes and Noble purchase book here.
Mm-hmm.
And so you are the author of A Howling in Brooklyn, correct?
Correct. Mhm. I'm
And
very proud of this book.
when did you write A Howling in Brooklyn?
I got this idea 2 years ago. One night I was watching reruns of The Sopranos, and when and when that ended, I flipped the channels and I was watching a movie, a werewolf movie. It was called The Wolfman with Benicio del Toro.
Yep.
He played it so good, remember? And it
That's the one that's kind of flown under the radar. But yeah, that was a good movie. It's a good performance.
really was. And it just hit me. And I said to myself, what if the New York mob came face to face with a werewolf? How would that end? And it just hit me. I opened up my laptop and I just started typing away. I burned out my first laptop, bought a new one, and I kept continuing writing until I was done. I mean, everything was just coming in my head.
Oh, Bat Giant 2005 says, "Go Luciano. I love A Howling in Brooklyn. It's a great book."
Thank you, Bad Giant. Thank you so much.
YouTube. If you guys actually have any questions for Luciano, please write them in the comments.
Mm-hmm.
So Luciano, was this your? I'm sorry to cut you off. Was this your first book that you wrote?
Yes, it was my first book. Like I said, I wrote it 2 years ago, and I was doing well until I had to stop for about a couple of months because my mother got really ill. First, I lost my father. My mother was dying. I went to be with her, and I promised her on her bedside that if she goes, I would continue writing and make her proud. And I'm keeping her memory in my heart and from my book. Her name was Melba Di Giallonardo. I miss her and I love her, and I wish she was here to see this.
That's very awesome.
Thank you.
That's incredible.
Thank you very much.
I thought there was another comment. It just stays there. That's pretty cool. I can actually see the comments this week because last week I was on a little tiny phone and I couldn't see anything. I was like, is somebody actually writing me stuff?
And something else I wanted to tell you. Right now, my book is being written into a movie script.
See, that's where I wanted to ask later, but since you brought it up now,
yeah, I was waiting. I was going to ask you if Anthony Welch meant anything to you.
Yeah, Anthony Welch. He's a great actor, award-winning actor, producer, writer. He was in the movie The Irishman and Street Smart, and he's writing the script right now. Anthony, you're watching. You're doing a great job. I can't wait till the script is done, and then we move on to the next phase. I'm alive.
So
jumping to the end.
that's one of the things I actually noticed, though, with a lot of the reviews and kind of the synopsis of the book. A lot of people said that it's kind of the book itself is like almost written as if it's like a movie. So it's like action paced. It's kind of got that script type feeling. I mean, if this was your first book, what were you doing before you wrote the book?
I have a job. I was working at TD Ameritrade, and then I worked at Home Depot. And now I'm working for the American Museum of Natural History. I'm a security guard. So if you're ever in New York, come visit me.
Night at the museum all over again.
I hear it every day.
Oh no!
I'll save you from all of my corny jokes then.
It's fun, and like I said, when I get home, I start working on my second book, and I don't want to give away too much, but you like this one, you're gonna like the second one, and then the third one. Everything is up here. I write it down. I'm single. I live alone, and I have all the time, and I just start typing away.
Now, are these characters based on people or loosely based on people that you know or areas of where you live?
Not people that I know. If I wrote this book on people that I know, I get hit with a lot of lawsuits. I'm sure some of them wouldn't mind, but it all takes place in my old neighborhood in Bensonhurst and Dyker Heights in Brooklyn. That's where I grew up. All the Goombas. Hey, how you doing? Hey, give me a cup of coffee and a cannoli. It takes place in my old neighborhood, and I mentioned my old neighborhood in the book, and people get back to me. They say, Luciano, I grew up there. I went to school there. Wow, I see it all in my head, and that's what I want. I want this book to be so realistic that you could see it in your mind.
Exactly. So it pulls the reader in, and it makes them feel like they're like that they know the dude that you're talking about down the road and the guy at the deli.
Yes.
And then it brings them closer to you to purchase They want to know what's going to happen next.
Exactly, because my good friend Dominic Mattina, Anthony. I'm sorry, Anthony. I know a lot of people. He told me that once he started reading this, he couldn't put it down. He read the whole book in one day. That's how much he loved it. When he got to the ending, he was like, Luciano, how'd you come up with this ending? I don't want to give that away, but
no,
if you
don't
want to
give
know
that
the
away.
ending,
Got to order the book.
Yes.
So going back to the writing process and with the concept of, like I said, it being kind of like action packed, almost like a script style. I mean, because it's your first book. I mean, was that intentional? Was that how your writing style is going to be, or it just kind of flowed out of you?
It just kind of flowed out of me because, like I said, I'm from the old neighborhood. I knew what I was writing, and I wanted to give it the authentic Brooklyn style. You know, most werewolves are in Europe or in down south. My werewolf is in Brooklyn. Who ever heard of a werewolf in Brooklyn? You know, you had a vampire in Brooklyn with Eddie Murphy. Why not a werewolf?
Not a bad flick, but werewolves are more fun.
Yes, they are. More stronger, too.
So the inspiration was from The Sopranos and then the werewolf movie with Benicio del Toro. Yes. You never know where inspiration is going to come from.
Right. It just hit me.
You're writing the book. You're not necessarily basing the characters off of anybody specific, but is there a little bit of you in the book as a character?
Yes.
Is there a little Lucy and Danny, as it would be?
Yes, I see myself as Danny, you know, the New York City detective who's trying to do right, lives in the neighborhood, and it's like two worlds. He's colliding with the mob, and that's me. I'm the guy. I'm the kid from Brooklyn. That's what I'm keeping the neighborhood safe.
Nice. Oh, Jamie Hill. My favorite werewolf film is Teen Wolf from 1985.
All right.
Oh boy,
that's a good one though.
I just got it. Now it just came up for me. You're able to see it on here easier.
Well, I'm watching on my phone as well. I see it when
I know he always has to do that.
Hi, Jamie Hill.
Oh, there we go. My favorite werewolf appearance was in Abbott Costello Meet Frankenstein.
That was my favorite. Comedy and horror.
No.
It just goes to show horror comedy has been around forever, just like normal horror.
Absolutely. Yes.
Oh, comedies. If it's not funny, the comedy makes it more just more interesting, I find. But so the character, do you have, when the movie comes out, do you have people in mind if you have that control over of the characters, especially who's going to be the werewolf?
Right. That would be mostly in the character, the casting director. But I did juggle some names in my head, who could be in the movie. I would love to see, Chaz Palmieri or Armando Sante play the mob boss. It's them go, what do you mean you saw a werewolf? What do you think, I'm dumb? It's a couple of things I throw in my head. That would be really fun.
Both you need people who are natural.
Actors.
Naturally,
yes,
who are naturally in that zone too, right? You can't just have anybody come in and be a mob. I'm a mob boss. Let's get real. Yes. Unless it's one of those dumb comedies where at the end the mob boss is like the mouse, little tiny.
Yes.
Kind of like in Poltergeist, the worst creature in the whole wide world is this little tiny little creature.
Yes.
That's tiny but is huge. At the same time.
So without giving too much away, Luciano, tell us a little bit about the basic synopsis of the book. What's the basic plot line for this book? Because I don't give too much away. I want people to go read this because it sounds really exciting.
Yeah, like I said, it's two worlds collide. It's a New York City police detective, Danny Marco, and the nephew of the mob boss. His name is Nicky Giannetti. Nicky is selfish. He thinks he's the man because his uncle's got power. But something happens along the way when Danny Marco and his friends, they go away and And as the old saying goes, a strange animal attacks him. You got to figure out, what am I going to do? But then when the mob is trying to destroy the neighborhood, destroy his family, it's up to him to save the day. Your basic superhero was always a clean-cut guy like Superman, Clark Kent. No, not all superheroes are clean-cut. Sometimes it's the anti-hero who's the real hero of the book. And that's what I want my readers to see. And if those of you who haven't read it yet, once you get my book, you're gonna see why I chose this werewolf as the hero.
That's cool. Exactly.
I can
Not
dig
all
it.
heroes wear capes.
Yes.
Maybe we do. This
Now,
was not
speaking of Danny and dealing with this mob, I mean, I know you say you're from Brooklyn. I know you haven't really based any of the characters off anybody specifically, but is there any scenarios in the book that were inspired by real life situations that happened in the area?
Not really. No, I made that. That's what all made up in my mind.
Okay.
Like I said, if I did that, people come up to me and say, "Wait a minute, I was there. That didn't happen."
So you're treading lightly in that area.
Exactly.
So
yeah, you don't want any lawsuits, defamation lawsuits.
I remember one time when I was 20 years old, I went to go play pool with a friend of mine in this bar. I don't want to say the bar's name, but it was owned by a top mob guy, which I didn't know. So I went home that night, and my mother, she's cooking dinner, and she says, "Luciano Di Giallonardo, come here." Now, when a parent calls you by your first and last name, you know you're in trouble. Right? Your father wants to talk to you. I go in the living room and say, "Pop, che fa?" Meaning, what's up? He's reading his newspaper. All right, give me 1 second. He says, "Come here." He grabs me by my ear and picks me up. He says, "What the blank is wrong with you? You know who owns that bar?" I said, "No, I didn't know. How did you find out?" "That's none of your business." I never went back there again.
The infamous, don't you worry about how I know.
Yeah, that hurt.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it does.
You never went again, did you?
No. I think my father would have tied me down, and then no one ever saw me again. Those are great times.
That's all pretty cool. So are you planning in the second book, like, do you have a series of books that you have already planned out over like a time period?
Yeah, right. So within a year or two. And once I get this movie going, then the next book is going to be a Howling in Brooklyn Part 2. And it's the final battle between Danny Marco and the mob and some other surprise guests, which I don't want to mention. I don't want to give away too many gems.
Right.
But when that's done, I got 2 different books coming out, which is going to be totally different. But again, people are going to say, "How did you come up with this idea?"
So
and I guarantee
but it's separate.
Yes, Brandy, Lance, you're both going to love those other books I'm writing. And if that doesn't get you interested, I don't know what will.
So are they crime, thriller type, or more horror type?
More horror, a little bit of comedy. You need that comedy in there, and some crime. But at the end, the good guys always win. At least they do.
And in your books, they do.
Yes.
Exactly.
So when you started writing, was it with intent to do an actual book, or did you kind of flip-flop back and forth between like a book idea or writing an actual movie script first, or what was the process in that?
Oh, it was in the intent to write a book. I mean, I had my heart set in it right away, and
Okay.
I knew what I was doing. I got the idea from some of my cousins who wrote books, in Italy, and they gave me the idea, and they gave me the drive to do it. And they said, "Luciano, once you stop, don't stop." And it's true, because if you stop, you procrastinate.
It's hard to get going again.
I just kept moving, and that was my idea. And as I said, as I was typing, I saw it all in my head. But that's all I did. My friends would call me, "Come on, let's go out." No, not now. I got to get this done.
Did you use like any like publishing apps or just the notes in your the notebook in your laptop?
Oh, the notes that I created and on my laptop. I didn't use any publishing app, nothing of that. Everything's got to be done by the mind. That's the only way you're going to succeed. No
That's
cheating.
good. No.
So that's impressive. So you never wrote anything before this. This
No,
was
never
really the
did.
first go at writing. So you went full bore. You went with a book. It's what, 272 pages or something
Yes.
like that. So I mean,
Mhm.
that's pretty extensive, and that's really impressive to go like from 0 to 100.
Yes. Like I said, I had the drive and I had the ambition to do it, and I didn't want to stop. You know, a lot of people, some people who I thought were my friends, some people who I thought were my real cousins, they all said to me, "You can't write a book. You're not smart enough. You'll never get it done." Well, I just proved them wrong. And here I am. You know.
So
Oh, and
with
that's
that
the
being said,
best.
like if that's your first foray into writing a book, was there any hiccups trying to actually get it published? I mean, did people look at it and be like, well, you've got nothing on your history, so we've got nothing to base you on?
Well, that was I was worried about that at first, so I did my research on publishers. You know, I checked with the Better Business Bureau, and I checked all the comments, the what people thought about these publishing firms until I found a really good one. That was Newman Springs Publications, and when I sent them my the image itself and what I wrote, they got back to me the next day. They said it was read by 4 professional readers. They
Wow.
said we got a hit. They loved it.
Oh, that's incredible.
Oh yes, I couldn't believe it. I was like, wow, I've actually done it.
Do you believe in everything happens for a reason and things are put in place? You're meant to meet people at a certain time or
Yes.
meant to do something at a certain time, even though, like, you know what I mean?
I
You have to
follow.
look at
Yeah,
and find the positive, like in what the negatives are.
yeah, I believe
know?
that things happen for a reason. I mean, everything happens for a specific reason at a certain time when it's ready. Because when I started working at the American Museum of Natural History, I met this really, really great friend, James Catapano. He's a fellow podcaster, and he's also my manager. And he's working on a lot of projects in the entertainment industry. And we became really good friends. And I told him what I was doing. He said, "I'm going to take you under my wing." And he's been helping me out big time. And I owe him so much. James, if you're watching, say hi, James. I love him like a brother. And let me tell you about James Catapano. He was the sound specialist for the movie Don Q with Armand Asante.
Oh, wow.
He was part of it, and he did a really great job. And if you haven't seen Don Q yet, I strongly recommend you do it.
There we go. Don Q. Find that one.
Shout out to James. Yeah, James.
James. So
no, I really like Armand Asante too. He's actually, I think he's an underappreciated actor. He was really great in the 90s, and then I don't know what happened. They stopped getting him for the good stuff, as far as I'm concerned.
I mean, I met him in New Jersey for a special event. It was his birthday, and they were showing his movie that he made, the John Gotti movie.
Yeah.
He was phenomenal. I mean, he played that part so good. I met him. I shook hands with him. Very nice man. Very friendly man. I'm so happy I met him. And he read my book too, and he loved it.
Nice.
He really loved it. What's he writing there? I hope Luciano can bring back the Universal Monsters.
oh, good. You can see it. Yeah, you can see it.
We'll see Bad Giant. Has that feel too good? Okay, to it. All right. We'll see Bad Giant.
So I guess they're referring to the old Universal monsters: Frankenstein, Dracula, the werewolves,
Mummy.
Wolfman, Mummy.
But go back to
he's not going to tell us though about the upcoming book, so we don't know yet.
Yeah. But my favorite character will always be the werewolf. I mean, I think he's the most powerful monster there is. He has superhuman strength, perfect night vision. He has incredible agility. And my werewolf, that's what he has: superhuman strength, agility, night vision. My werewolf is different. He stands up on his legs. He's about over 7 feet tall, and he's, like I said, he's a powerful man. Like the other werewolf movies where they turn into a werewolf and they're walking on 4 paws, like American Werewolf in London.
Yeah.
I wasn't too crazy about that movie. I like my werewolf to walk like Lon Chaney back in the old days.
So this is supposed to be much more like the actual wolf man part of it.
Right.
And I was going to ask you about that. With like the werewolf lore, like, is there any, we always talk about like Wolf's Bane and Silver Bullets.
Mm-hmm.
Did you deviate from any of the traditional lore and kind of create your own kind of spin on it?
Yeah, I created my own. I mean, I got away from the old thing, like you said, the silver bullets. You know, the villagers, they shoot them with silver bullets, and that's it. The town is saved. I got away from that. I mean, that's so old fashioned. I'm sorry if anybody's listening. You know, I wanted to create a whole new story.
So modern
Yeah, it has to be
interpretation
different.
of that. That's
Yes,
very cool.
yes.
Hi, Kirk Douglas. Welcome. Thanks for
Good.
showing up.
Hey, Kurt, how are you?
Do you have any questions for Luciano or anybody here?
You know, I did a book signing in Staten Island a couple of months ago, and at the Barnes and Noble, it was great. I mean, all my family and friends came. A lot of people came. Several women came up to me and they said, "Well, are you single?" And your werewolf is a hero too. And I said, "Yeah, I'm single, but I'm very broke. So sorry, you know."
Oh my God.
At least you're honest.
I'm being
What did
honest.
they say to you?
I don't know what they were thinking, you know.
A successful author. Why would you not be approachable? Come on.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. But I had a good time at that book signing. I hope to do more. With my good friend James Catapano, Al Nazan, and Louis Favela, you know, Anthony Welch. We're going places. We're going to the top.
I mean, it sounds exciting. And so how far along in the script process is that from the book?
Well, right now, I just heard back from Anthony Welch, and we're like so far in the middle right now. And we hope to get it done by Halloween, October 31st.
Oh, wow.
Oh wow. That's
And once
So
that's
next
done,
week.
yeah, next
right?
Friday. Next Friday.
Yeah, and once that's done, then we can move on to the next stage. But everything takes time. We can't rush it. Baby steps. But I'm
Matthew
hoping that
White.
once you both you're in the movie theater with me on a big screen, yeah, Danny Marco, go get him. And let me tell you, the people have been writing to me saying the character I created, Nicky Giannetti, they absolutely hate him. He's your typical Brooklyn wise guy. They hate him so much. And they said, "How did you do it?" And like you said, did you base it on somebody you know? No. I just created that character. And, they just love to hate this guy.
Well, I mean, that's good. I mean, it's you made the character with the intent. Like, I think that's an important thing when it comes to some, you know, the fiction. Like when I watch a movie, like I recently watched one where like I really hated the main antagonist, and that was the idea. You were not supposed to like this character at all, and I can appreciate that because a lot of times, especially in movies, the villain is often way cooler than the hero.
Yes.
I mean, everybody loves Darth Vader more than they like Luke Skywalker. Let's face it, you know.
Mhm.
So I think it's a really cool concept to take that and be like, you know what, I'm going to make a character that's so unlikable that nobody will like him.
Yeah. You know, not to give too much away, you know, Nicky Giannetti says, "Do you know who I am? Do you know who my uncle is?" That's the character. That's the wise guy.
Do you know who my uncle is? So, now if a werewolf ran a restaurant in Brooklyn, what do you think would be a good name for the actual name of the restaurant? And then like what would like the main dish be down there? Since you're from that area, like what is the main, like if you think of Brooklyn, what's the dish that comes to mind right away? Is it
You know, it's funny you should mention that because I did think about that. The name of the restaurant would be the Howling Moon, with a picture of a werewolf with blood coming out of his mouth. And the main dish would be some bloody wolf burgers, you know. I'm sure
Like
James Catapano will love to eat that. Yeah.
Hello from the movie dogs. The movie dogs, hello.
The movie dogs.
Hey,
Thanks
movie
for tuning
dogs.
in.
Oh!
There you go.
You know what I think of when I think of the Howl is I didn't know if we were allowed to play it because I don't know how like copyright works, but the beginning of the video, Michael Jackson Thriller.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
That'll
Oh,
definitely get you a copyright strike.
You're definitely right.
Yeah, like I thought, yeah, we'll be,
Huge
I think we'll get in
lawsuits.
trouble if I try to play that at the beginning.
I think you can get away with maybe 30 seconds.
Yes.
As soon as you go,
And you know,
done. You're out. Out.
as I was writing the book, I would go to bed at night, and sometimes I would have nightmares that the werewolf was in my backyard. I'm like, I wake up like, whoa, I need a vacation. But when I wake up in the middle of the night, I got my notebook and I'm writing down things like, well, wait a minute, let me try this and this and this.
I've heard that from a couple of people that I know that are writers. Like they'll wake up. A buddy of mine will wake up from a nightmare, and he'll start writing down what the nightmare was, and just take notes from it. It's wild. Going back to the script, because I know the book is, what was it, 272 pages.
Yeah.
So obviously that would make for a very long movie. How condensed is the script? Like, what had to be trimmed from the book to the script for that process?
Well, there were a couple of scenes there where Danny Marco and Nikki Giannetti are repetitive and saying some things. You know, that was removed. You don't want to say too much because then the audience will say, well, he just said that. Why is he saying it again? And some scenes, some things in the book were cut down. We made it into a different scene so it doesn't drag. Because what we want to do is we don't want the audience to say, well, I read the book and then this is it. But if they see something different other than the book on the screen, then they'll say, oh, wow, that's not in the book, but it's very interesting. I like that. I like the concept there. So that's what we're doing. We're just like breaking it down, not to be repetitive to the movie, to make it look good. I got this idea from Anthony Welch, and like I said, he's doing a super fantastic job. I just can't wait till he's done. I'm really pumped and I'm excited.
Because I know with Jaws, a lot of people always refer to Jaws because it's the first big major summer blockbuster, but it was also a very good book before that. But a couple of key things, honestly, was the mayor being mixed up with the mob, and then there was like a subplot of the mayor's wife cheating on him and that. And I know that stuff didn't make it into the movie, but it didn't add, it wouldn't have added anything to the movie, but it didn't take away from it either. So it's a fine line you got to walk with stuff like that.
Exactly. Oh, absolutely. I mean, you got to, just the way you said it, you got to walk with it. Yeah. But like, who was that? Matthew White, get a big bowl of beef chow mein.
What?
At least
beef chow mein.
Let's say the most randomest comment ever. Like, what? Wait,
hi.
Hi. See, read in here. That's a good one.
I mean, people, put your real name so I know who you are. You know my name.
Yeah, well, that's.
I love the new cover of the book. Great. Thank you very much, Big Giant 2005. And this cover was created by James Carapano's uncle. He did this for a living, graphic designing in media and art. And he came up with this, and it was amazing. When I first saw that, I fell in love with it. And I knew that was going to be a great cover.
And now that's the cover for what? The second edition? Not necessarily a different book, but
the second edition.
Second edition. And that one's got the special thanks to
yes.
multiple people.
Exactly, yes. I love that picture.
Is it edited in any other way, though? Are there other things added to that book as well from the original book?
Well, it's the same story. Like I said, and I added some new pages, but it hasn't been edited. I mean, it was looked over again to make sure that nothing was missed the first time, but nothing was missed the first time on this. And the second version, nothing was missed. Combined with all those new pages I put in, it's going to be a blast. It's going to be a #1 bestseller.
How many of your old books do you have left? And are you selling those first, or are you selling the books that are second edition of the first copy?
Right now, I still got
the same price.
Yeah, right now I still got some more of my old books. It's at my website, lucianonyc.com. I got these cool T-shirts, and
you need to stand up and show everybody.
Sure.
So put it right in the middle. So you've got the original. Those are the original, and then after these are all sold out, he will then be moving to the second edition of the original.
Right. I'm taking pre-orders right now for this one.
Okay.
And I got a good bundle for the T-shirt, the book, autograph, and a poster. And people are buying, and it's selling pretty fast. And anyone out there who wants an autographed book, just like I said, go on my website, lucianonyc.com.
And are you autographing everything? Are you autographing the poster, the book, and?
Well, I'm autographing the book and the poster.
Book and the
if you
poster.
want me to
Yeah,
autograph the shirt, I will. But
Some
It's gonna
people,
be hard to wash
people-
then, you know.
yeah, some people you want to wear it. Some people do. Some people buy a souvenir shirt, and
Mhm.
some people buy one to wear.
That's right. And I have shirts like this also that's coming out. 100% cotton, made in the good old USA. And I'm
And
just
shipping to only USA or to Canada as well.
I ship to Canada. I shipped a lot of my books and T-shirts to my cousins in Toronto, Montreal, Vancouver. They're all very happy, and all their friends are buying it too. Yeah, I ship to Canada.
Nice.
I love Canada. You know.
Go Blue Jays.
Oh no, well, I don't know about that.
I had to see how you'd react.
You know, my cousin Mike in Toronto, he said to me, "Hey, how about them Blue Jays?" And I said, "Well, let's remember how many World Series the Yankees won. Then we'll talk."
Oh boy, getting rivalry.
Yeah, but I love Canada. I've been to Canada many, many times, and I'm looking to see also my friend Teresa Acker. She was also another podcaster. She had me on her show. When I go back to Canada, I hope I can see you, you, Brandy. I hope to meet you, Lance. I'll make some homemade lasagna. I'll bring it over. You know?
I do love lasagna.
Oh, there
I
we
do
go.
love lasagna. I'm all the way down in
And-
Florida.
Okay, I'll ship it to
Florida. That's perfect.
you.
Florida.
I
Florida.
like
in the
I like the warm
winter.
weather. I like the warm weather.
Well, you don't want to be in New York. It's cold.
You don't want to be where I'm in Niagara region, and it's cold here too.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So
Well,
when
I
you
just-
got done, when you got done writing this book and it went to publishing, I mean, how did you feel? Like, I know you felt probably personally like you felt like you had something on your hands, but did you really think it would be like moving in this trajectory?
I never thought it would move this far ahead, like I said, into a movie version and the website. Because when it got published, it was like a huge. It's like wow, I actually did it. I'm an author, but to moving this far ahead, it's truly amazing. It's still great things are moving ahead for me, and I'm just so thrilled and I'm so happy that it's even going further and further, and more better things are coming ahead.
And how long's the book been out?
It's been out for 2 years now.
Okay.
It started off low, but then after you started publishing it and getting it online, and then I got my good friend James Catapano and Anthony Welch got involved. They're pushing it, and the autograph shows people are like, wow, this guy from Brooklyn, he wrote a great book about a werewolf and a mob, and he put it together so good, and it's just excelled so fast.
Now, I know Brandy had asked earlier while we were off air, but I only caught the tail end of it. But have you been to any like comic conventions? I know you've done some book signings, but have you done anything at like a horror convention or a comic convention or anything like that?
Well, I've been to the Comic-Con conventions as a guest, but I would love to get a table. I'd love to go to a HorrorCon convention. And the last Comic-Con convention I was at was this year in October. I was the evil Captain James Kirk from the parallel universe. I had the uniform and everything. The phaser, and I had so much fun, and I hope to go back again next year. Hopefully I can get a table and I'll have more books out, but I really would love to go to HorrorCon. And I met Linda Blair at one Comic-Con.
Nice.
And I said to her, Miss Blair, when I saw The Exorcist, she scared the crap out of me. She said to me, do you want to see my head spin? No, that's okay. William Shatner was waiting for me.
That's hilarious. The Linda Blair head is actually owned by Bill Diamond Productions.
Really?
Yes. And actually, I think it's actually coming to Frightmare in the Falls this weekend. I think because, but he's focusing more on Terrifier 3 stuff for this weekend. But I would think maybe he would bring the Linda Blair head. If he does, I will definitely have pictures on my Facebook.
Are you trying to give me nightmares again?
I've seen this. I've seen that head this close. Like,
so you can deal with werewolves, but not the Linda Blair head.
No, not the Linda Blair. I mean, that gave me nightmares. I had trouble sleeping for a couple of days. I would go to bed with the light on and the rosary in my hand.
It's funny because you mentioned The Exorcist. I mentioned The Exorcist earlier about how the smallest thing could be the biggest terror in the world, which is the Pazuzu, which is this tiny little like, and who plays it is, you know, Eileen Dietz, and
Mm-hmm.
she's very like very sweet, small lady. And if you watched it when you were, well, you know, growing up and our ages, when we had to watch it, like Lance and I were talking about, that you have to watch it when it came on the TV.
Yeah.
So, and back then in the 60s, 70s, 80s, your parents didn't actually monitor whether you were watching vampire
Right.
movies, werewolf movies. You'd say, "Yeah, I'm watching some werewolf movie on TV." They'd be like, "Oh, that's nice. Have a good time." You know what I mean? You're like, what? You're 5 years old watching werewolves on TV.
You know,
Or you wait till they go to bed to
yeah.
watch werewolves on TV all night long.
Mm-hmm.
That's when they
Fright
were on
night,
in the
I
middle of the
remember.
night.
Yeah. You know, my father used to watch. He would come in the living room and say, "Ma, what do you watch on TV? It's not good for you." And he said, "No, but Dad, I love horror movies." No, 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 no. You listen to me. So when, like you said, when he would go to bed, my parents were asleep. Turn on the TV, keep the volume on low, and watch a horror movie. Yeah.
Yep. All the Vincent Price stuff.
Yeah, I loved it.
The Munsters on in the middle at 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock in the morning.
You remember, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't sleep all night.
You can't sleep because if you slept, you would fall asleep before you'd fall asleep right when the Munsters started. That 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. That the sweet spot when the really good movies
When the good
were
stuff
on.
would happen, yeah. Yeah.
Cable was a lot less censored back then too.
Yeah. And even Chilo Theater.
We're all in Eastern Standard Time too, so actually it's funny because way back then.
You remember Chilo Theater? The hand Chilo.
Yeah, actually, vaguely. I was big on USA Up All Night with Rhonda Shear and Gilbert Gottfried.
Yes,
that was my go-to.
I liked Elvira. You can't beat Elvira.
Yeah, you can't beat the OG. Yeah, Elvira was great.
The Princess of Darkness.
Luciano, I love the picture of you with Linda Blair. Well, thank you. You had the crap out of me, but I thank you.
She's already in person too.
Shout out to Bat Giant for being so.
Yeah, he's cool.
Yeah,
I'd love to know who his name is, but he's cool.
He's being very interactive tonight, so I appreciate that.
Oh, it came back up again.
Yeah.
Oh, it just popped back up again. That's hilarious.
Well, like I said,
cool.
I hope to get a table next year. We'll see how things go, and if it happens, I'll invite you all. Come down. I'd love to meet you all. You know, my friend from Canada, my friend from Florida.
Well, you can even don't even have to just stick to New York at all. You can branch out and go because there's a lot of cons within a 10-hour drive of you. Like,
oh yes,
I can probably think of 20 right off the top of my head. Like, it's not within 10 hours of driving. You can, if you have your passport, you come to Canada. There's tons of them.
Oh yeah. My cousins, they'll say to me, "No, you got to come stay with me. No, you got to come stay with me."
Oh boy, you could do even little meet and greet parties where you do the move, like have a little like social party where you give all the same things.
Yes.
But you autograph it personally. You could do that while you stay with your cousins for free.
Oh sure, I'll make them famous. You know. I'm a friend of Luciano. My name is John. Oh, John, how are you? Now I know who he is.
Now you know who he is.
Well, there you go. Hey,
thank you, John. He's your
but wasn't it better not knowing all this time for 45 minutes? You had no idea. It was better that way.
Yeah, no, because a lot of everybody's telling me you want to know it's me. Well, thanks a lot. You know, don't be afraid. I'm not gonna call you out.
He's not gonna bite you.
No, unless I turn
into a werewolf. Let
me see. No, the moon's not out yet, so we're fine.
It's November 2nd. The full moon is November 2nd. I checked.
Oh,
it's something the waxing crescent tonight. It's the waxing crescent, which is the small sliver, right? But I looked outside. I couldn't even find it. I don't even know where it is.
So, Luciano, you wrote this book. We've talked about how much you liked watching horror stuff as a kid. Did you read anything as a kid? Because I know I didn't do much reading. I know that for a fact.
Well, I'm just like you. I didn't do too much reading. My father wanted to kick my rear, you know. But I couldn't read horror books. I mean, to me, I just wasn't in it for me. I had to watch it on TV or at the movies. And I was like, wow, this is good. This is scary. You know, it just got to me. Favorite werewolf movie, The Wolfman, 1941, with Jack Nicholson. Yeah, I remember that one. Remember that when Jack Nicholson played the werewolf?
Yeah, that was the remake, and that was 94. That was probably one of his better roles, and he was riding on a high too in the 90s. So especially the early 90s like that.
Yes. You know, like I was saying, I had to watch horror movies. I just couldn't read it on a book because to me it wasn't the same. I love hearing the screams and the yells and you open the door. There's this big knife coming at you, like in Michael Myers. You know, he was good, Michael Myers. You didn't know who he was.
It's true.
No, none of them. Jason, Michael,
Freddy,
Ghostface, Freddy. You don't know who anybody could be behind those masks.
Yes.
And
that's why I had a good time at Comic-Con. Yeah.
And all those characters lurk everywhere. So you're not safe anywhere.
Thank you. I feel much better now. I think I'm going to lock my door tonight.
Wait a minute. You don't already? Like, I've been locking my doors. Like,
but I got a double lock. You know,
20 years. I've been locking my house down for 20 years.
And I got a baseball bat too in holy water. So I'm all ready.
Even when, like, you know, it's funny when, like, you know, like the maintenance guy comes, like the furnace guy. I have a water guy, a furnace guy. Yeah. When they try to leave, the door's always.
Hey, I know karate. So let's stay over there.
Shit, I go, yeah, I locked you in. Door locked. I don't care who's in the house. The door stays locked. They're always surprised, like, because they always go to open the door and they yank it. Like, and I'm like, stop, wait, let me get to the door. Unlock the door. When you leave your door.
Lock that door. And always look behind you.
It's not
Is that
the old days anymore. It's not like the 70s. Can you hear me now? It's not like
I can hear you now. Yes,
anymore. It's not like the 70s or 80s where it's dangerous these days. People try to get in your house now.
Yeah.
No,
well, I give a nice little roar, you know, and then they run out the door. Lock your doors. Yes. Lock your doors.
Remember the commercial? Remember? Do you know where your children are?
Oh, yeah, it's 10 o'clock. You know where your kids are?
Do you know where your children are?
No.
My father would say, yeah, you see? That's what's going to happen to you.
You know where your children are. Why does TV tell you? See, they thought that people tell you now. Everything tells you what to do. Your phone, your TV.
Yeah. You know, one night I was sleeping. I must have been talking in my sleep because my Alexa went on and they was playing music.
Oh, geez.
I'm like, what? Wait a minute! I didn't say play.
that would freak me out in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
That happened at my mom's house. I was at my mom's house last week, and I was in the kitchen, and out of nowhere, Alexa goes, "Okay, I'll play blah blah blah," and she started playing country music, and I said, "First of all, I don't know who the frick is talking to you, and if I was, it wouldn't work because she's voiced on my mom's freaking voice, not mine." So what the? She's living room by herself. This Alexa chick.
Watch out for Alexa. She's dangerous.
My mom was in the bedroom, which was at the back of the house, and she started playing music in front of the house all by herself. She was talking to whoever, not me, because I was in the kitchen. So I don't know who Alexa was talking to. My mom comes in the living room about a half hour later, and she goes, "Oh, Alexa's playing." She was playing like the old stuff, Dolly Parton.
Yeah.
All the old stuff from the 70s and 80s. And my mom's all like, "Oh, Alexa's playing this great music from blah, blah, blah." And she's like, "Who turned that on?" I said, "No, but you would have to turn it on. It's your Alexa. I don't know." So she said, she literally goes, "Alexa, turn off," and then walks it back into the bedroom because of my stepdad. He's not doing very well. So he's in there trying to feed him and stuff, right? So this note didn't even work. Alexa just kept on playing off after my mom told her to turn off.
No thanks.
No.
Alexa doesn't care.
Well, since it's Werewolf Night and we're talking about Luciano's werewolf book, apparently we have an exclusive clip from a serious upcoming werewolf movie to share. So,
yes, how do we do that?
I'm assuming that's Anthony behind the scenes is going to surprise us with an exclusive clip from an upcoming movie. So, be interesting to see. Maybe give you some inspiration for that script.
But there was a commotion, and I did not ignore it. Oh, were those your feces on the newspaper, Mr. Lemon? Walter. Oh. Safe Halloween, Mr. Walter.
I love that movie. Adam Sandler is the best. Is that the first one or is it the second one? I think there's two, right? He has two of those movies out, doesn't he?
I'm not going to lie to you. I don't know. I think that was the first one.
Oh, thank you very much.
Thank you, John.
Bat Giant John, thank you for tuning in. We appreciate it.
Bat Giant
That's
John.
my buddy, Angelo Santos. I went to school with him. I know him since grade school. Hey, Angelo. Say
There
hi,
we go.
Angelo.
Hello, Angelo. Thanks for coming out.
So there, you got some fans in the stands cheering you on.
Oh, yeah. I told all my coworkers, all my friends, my sisters, my nephews, my cousins. I'm waiting for them to come on. But it's all right. If they're listening, that's good too. They're probably too shy.
Some people like to just listen, not type. Like they don't type because they don't want to get called out. Like, oh, they know I'm here.
So jumping back to the movie a little bit, I know you guys said you're wrapping up the script, hopefully to have that done by Halloween. What's the next step in the process? Are you guys going to be looking for investors? Are you going to be doing crowdfunding to try and bring it to light, or what's the next step going to be?
Yeah, we thought about that, crowdfunding, investors, meeting with people, presenting the script, presenting the book to see how they like it. That goal is to get as much investors as we can. And once we can secure that, then that's the next step. But I'm pretty sure we're gonna get some good investors. I mean, there's no way they can't say, well, we don't like this book. It's an original.
Well, I think that's the most important thing is it's an original story. And just reading the basic synopsis, I'm sold on it. That's, like you said, the mob, werewolves, it's in Brooklyn. You're going outside of all the norm, which is, I think, great because there's not enough original stories. Mainstream media is completely saturated with the same regurgitated crap over and over again. So
exactly. Yes.
I mean, I love independent filmmaking because I feel like that's the last frontier for original storylines. But this one seems to have enough traction. You might be able to really garner something from something mainstream. So I'm wishing you the best of luck on that. Private investors and then maybe crowdfunding. We'll see how that goes.
Yeah. And we're going to get a really good special effects guy to do the werewolf. And my werewolf is going to be the top of the chart. Different from the other werewolves.
We know a pretty cool special effects dude.
You do?
40 years in the making. Yes. You should check out Joe Castro.
Okay.
He's on he actually has a couple movies on Tubi. They're free. One he's the director as well, but he's the special effects makeup artist. If you really want to watch it's a horror, but not really. If you're into true crime, you need to watch Ed Kemper. Lance and I were talking about this. If you want to, they did all of the prosthetics, the decapitated heads, the bodies. You would honestly, you think that everything was real. Like you're like, there's no way this is fake. There's no way. And then he's got Terror Tunes 4. So actually, I'm gonna reach out to him. I was waiting to reach out to him because he was just at Scarefest on the weekend. with Danny Hassel from another one of his movies. So I didn't want to bombard him and ask him to join our show so we can interview him because he's a 40+ year special effects makeup artist.
Yeah, Joe Castro, Ed Kemper was, I mean, not only is it a really good story, but just the special effects in and of itself, very real. And I was telling Brandy earlier, he did the special effects for The Beast Comes at Midnight, which was a low-budget independent film shot here in Florida by Ed and Michael McKeever. He actually played the Wolfman, and he was the guy in the suit. And I actually met Joe in March at MegaCon in Orlando with Indie Horror Junkie. He did a live demonstration there. He's pretty top notch. He's very cool. And I think he did a lot of the special effects on Mutilator 2, which recently got released as well. So he did Mutilator 2 special effects, and that was they're rough. Like they're hard to watch because they're so good.
Ed Kemper.
That's
I don't know
him?
if you can.
That's
can you by any chance show any of the not like you maybe well for a podcast maybe the decapitation stuff? Like I don't know how gory you can get.
So that picture there of Ed Kemper, that's actually the actor Brandon Kirk that played Ed Kemper in the film. But Joe Castro did the special effects, the body parts, like she said, the decapitations, dismemberment. It's all very, very real looking. It's very creepy. It's a hard watch. It's a really good movie, but it's a hard watch because of the context of the content.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, I'm open for anything. Yeah, I'd love to get in touch with him.
And Brandon Kirk should have, man. That was an amazing performance.
Oh yeah, like it was very. If you want to see a good movie, you have to watch that. But it depends on. Well, yeah, like you said, the werewolf. Say the name again. The werewolf movie.
Howling in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Howling in Brooklyn. Yeah.
Howling in Brooklyn. Yeah.
Yeah, the werewolf movie that Joe Castro did was The Beast Comes at Midnight.
I love that. I'm going to look into that. Yeah.
It's a little bit more family friendly. It's not too hard. It's a perfect like family introductory horror, but it's still a lot of fun. The McKeevers did a really good job with it. Filmed here in Florida. My buddy Dylan was in it. So, but they did a full wolf suit. It wasn't like just the head or just a couple of like quick shots. Like there it is. The Beast Comes at Midnight. It's also got Eric Roberts in it.
Cool.
Eric Roberts is in a lot of really good stuff.
And then Michael, I can't say his last name. Michael Paré, Streets of Fire. He's a really good actor too, but I always butcher his last name. But like I said, he did a full suit, and they weren't afraid to show it like in all of its glory. So that's Joe's not 7 foot tall by any means, but Brandy's got a line on him. Might be somebody to reach out to. You guys get a little bit closer to the actual filming process.
Yeah, and if you really want an actor type person who's 7 feet tall, you got to look at people like Derek Mears and people like that. Derek Mears is like honestly 7 feet tall, or like the guys that play Leatherface. The guys who play Leatherfaces are really good ones. Like there's too many. Like there's Brett Wagner. There's Andrew Brinarski. There's the rest in peace Bob Elmore. But there's those guys because they're already the scruffy guys to begin with, so it kind of puts it all into perspective into things like that. But no, your premise is really cool because he's more of a
it's more wolf man than the wolf dog.
Gotcha. That's what I want. A wolf man, not a wolf dog. Yes.
And you want more of the fur coming out. You want it more him to be. Is he going to be 7 feet tall?
Well, that's what I'm envisioning. 7 feet tall. With the fur out, the face out, the teeth, those piercing red eyes. My werewolf is going to tell the mob, you're messing with the wrong guy, and you're going to pay.
Biggest guy of the mob. So you need a big.
Yeah, you need a big guy. Yes.
The big ones that are like the haunting ones that come up over top. That's like one of the ones in the terrifying movies that you always think of that are lurking in the woods.
Something lurking in the woods.
Werewolves.
Nicole. Hey, Nicole. Thank you so much. Love you, Nicole.
Happy birthday, Luciano.
Thank you.
Nicole's great, and happy birthday. Didn't realize it was your birthday, so that's pretty cool.
Thank you. Nicole's
Happy
the best.
birthday.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Oh yeah, he says, "Oh yeah." It's an afterthought. Oh yeah. Nicole Butler Vegas. She's
Yeah,
in a lot of
she's awesome.
pretty
She's awesome.
Desert Fiends, a great movie. I loved it.
Yep, Desert
very
Fiends. They've
cool.
got Desert
There
Fiends
you
2.
go.
She's got Clown Motel 3
Mom
coming out.
Motel. Yes.
She's gonna be in Killer Pizza as well.
Oh, that's gonna be. I'll never eat pizza again once I see that movie.
A man in Brooklyn
You'll
not eating
walk
pizza?
more.
The hell you say?
Yeah, they'll look. What? Get out of here! Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. Killer Pizza.
Little pizza. I'll have mine with extra cheese and mozzarella, okay, and some sausage and pepperoni.
Well, speaking of the pizza again, we never did get into what was the dish. What was the dish that was? What was it going to be called though at the restaurant of the pizza
The wolf
hotel?
burger,
Nicole?
bloody wolf
The name
burger.
was
Bloody wolf burgers,
Bloody Wolf Burgers.
Mhm.
but
He's gonna
not
serve
made from
Bloody Wolf
actual
burgers.
wolf.
Oh, I hope not. No, no.
What was the name of the restaurant again?
A howling restaurant.
No, Howling Moon, right?
Yeah,
Howling
it's gonna have a
Moon.
picture of a werewolf or a howling in Brooklyn restaurant, something
Wolf
like
burgers.
And they're going to be bloody. Okay, wait. What would this sauce would be the bloody stuff, right? Because if you
Yes.
serve, you already know what happens. If you serve people rare beef, you know what's coming back for you. But a few lawsuits
Yes,
of
yeah.
how you got food poisoning.
that. And big trips to the bathroom, you know. I know.
Trips in the bathroom.
Well, there's a
Nice time.
scene in my book where that takes place, you know, with Danny Marco going to the somewhere about the bathroom. I'm not going to give that away, but like I said, you both have to read it.
I'm
But,
excited about it. I
thank you.
definitely am. I don't do well with reading. I'm dyslexic pretty bad and barely made it through high school. But this one's definitely got my interest peaked because it's
Thank
an
you.
original story. I read a lot of reviews online with it. I read the synopsis, and it sounds like it's amazing. So it's something I would definitely be willing to take a crack at just for the
Thank you.
storyline in and of itself. So
I appreciate that very much. Like I said, I think once you both read it, you're going to turn into a werewolf and come to Brooklyn, you know. Be waiting for you.
well, and I think it says a lot about you as a person. Like this is your first foray into doing something like this. I mean, obviously, writing a book is no easy feat, you know. So I mean, the hardest part you wrote it, and then everything else is just kind of falling in line. And I think it says a lot about your character as a person to go through those steps. But I think it also says a lot about the book and the story itself because things are starting to fall in line for it because of it.
Yeah.
So props to you on all that. It sounds like it's been a remarkable journey so far.
It has. And it's just, like I said, just getting better and better. You know, to write a good book, you have to know what the storyline is, the plot, the characters. But the most important part of a book is the ending. If you don't make that killer ending, well, people are going to say, wow. They're going to be like, why did I spend my money on this? You know, you have to have a
And
good
waste
ending.
the time and waste all the time of reading it and whatnot.
Yes.
And then you don't have the second. There's nothing to continue on course with
Exactly. Yes.
either. And you
Now,
want them
Luke-
to connect with you as well.
Yes, I want them to connect, especially people living in Brooklyn. I want them to connect with me. Like I said, they say, I know this neighborhood. I grew up there. I went to school there. Wow, I didn't know that the werewolf was hiding over there. That's what somebody said to me. And I'm like, listen, it's just a book. It's not real. Another friend said
I
to
didn't
me,
know he was hiding over there.
was this based on a real true life story? I said, now, if this was true, you won't see me go out at night no more.
That's quite the imagination.
Yes, exactly. But I've enjoyed it, and I'm having a lot more fun doing it. And this movie is going to be my retirement. I'm going to live good. And I'm just looking forward.
And then the plan is to have more books after this. You got one more book that you want to do that's in regards to the Danny Marco story,
Yeah, it's
correct?
going to be part 2.
Okay.
And
And
then
then
after that, it's 3 different books.
now, are they going to be? Will they have anything to do with Danny Marco and the Howling at all, or
No.
completely separate storyline?
Storylines, yes, yes. You know, my
Still-
nephew's telling me,
Still monsters.
yeah, still monsters, of course. I mean, that's the most important part of the book. monsters in New York. Come on, but that's my
Oh,
thing.
you
Yes.
could have a full different series of them. You can go from the vampire to the. Like you said, they did the vampire already. You need to think of outside the box, like kind of like those morph, kind of like the. Remember in the old days, the morph animals, like the hoppy bunny,
Oh,
bunny rabbit with
yeah,
it's like a hippo bunny rabbit, so that you're kind of not, like you said, the vampire's already been done.
yeah.
So what's the next monster out there besides like Frankenstein?
Might be
Frankenstein in Brooklyn.
Frankenstein. Yeah, Frankenstein of Brooklyn, or the mummy from Staten Island. Could be anything.
He's not going to give too much away right now.
No, I
No.
can't. I'm going to
But
surprise you both. Yes.
But let's get through a Howling in Brooklyn first. So it's super excited about this coming down the pipeline. So Luciano, really appreciate you coming on the show. Before we go off, plug yourself. Where can people go to find the book? Where can people go to find you? Well, I see Forever Entertainment is helping.
There's right there, Barnes &
guys.
Noble. You can get this new book. And again, my website, LucianoNYC.com. I'm on social media, Facebook, Instagram. I'm everywhere. I'm at the museum. You can see me. Hey, Luciano, I know you.
That's right, you guys. You guys can go to
the
night at the museum and see Luciano.
To see Luciano. It's funny. When I was going to work one day I was on my train going to work, and somebody just came up to me and said, "Don't you work at the American Museum of Natural History?" I said, "No, you got the wrong guy." I don't know what people are thinking.
Oh, wow. Hello, Carlos.
Carlos,
Hello.
hiya, Carlos. And like I said, on Instagram, and when Amazon gets the new one, keep checking Amazon. When they have this, you can get it on Amazon also. But if you want an autographed copy, there you go. That's the special edition, LucianoNYC.com. I'll send you a free autograph. And I'd love to hear from everybody. Send me as many reviews as you want about my book. I want to read it all. And no,
Awesome.
you can't be in my movie, people. You just watch it, okay?
We're gonna have a whole inbox of people messaging you. Can I be the werewolf? Can I be the mob guy?
Yeah, my friend Rosario said, I want to be the guy that gets slashed. I want him to rip me apart. All right, if that's what you want, okay.
That's an easy write-in. We can do that.
Yeah, all right, you're dead. Now what?
They always want to be killed.
Yeah, they always want to be killed. I want to get killed. I want the werewolf to kill me. What, you don't want to be the hero? No, just let him kill me.
Well, Luciano, appreciate you coming on the show. Really do. Don't go away just yet. We'll give you a proper goodbye in a minute. But guys, like, subscribe, and comment to Forever Entertainment and the Harlan's podcast. Appreciate everybody chiming in tonight. Be sure to go check out Luciano's new book and look for more stuff coming down from the pipeline from him. I'm Lance, the Obscure Movie Guy. This is the very lovely Brandy. This has been Luciano. And we will see everybody next week.
Definitely.